Right. And I was left at the edge of my seat. And I wanted to know what happened to her. What happened because of the news? Oh my God, I love it already. But tell us more. I'll start with you. Tell us more about what was the inspiration behind it. When you first read the script, what was your impression of the whole thing?
I was so loved story.
Yeah.
I love the story and I related because there's so many things that people are going through,
Yeah.
men and women, domestic violence. And then it's an issue that has not been addressed. And for me, I thought it's a platform and a good opportunity for me to address and share with people and make them realize that it's something that needs to be addressed and not being swept under the carpet. So I thought it was a good opportunity for me to show and also start an uncomfortable conversation. Yes.
And speaking of discomfort, that slap, was it real? I was like, whoa, what's happening?
It had to look real.
Yeah, it looks very real and very painful. But of course, these are some of the conversations that we have. Now, I'd like to hand it over to you. Why is it a very important conversation, as she puts it?
Well, it is a very important conversation to me because, well, we as men,
Yeah.
I'll start by saying we as men, we tend to be off this topic.
Yeah.
And for real, even men are being affected by this domestic
kind of
violence. Same
yes.
kind of violence, but they shy away. Why? Because the 12-man is not supposed to cry. And so I feel very honored and privileged to have this chance that to tell this story and also be part of this story and also to celebrate the survivors and also the ones who are in it currently,
People who have been through this sort of pain.
Exactly.
And I mean, where as an actor do you have to go mentally to, bring out this sort of emotions and, realities? Have you personally witnessed this in your life? Because most actors, they channel from their own experiences.
Well, for me, I'd say yes, and I'd say, but though not directly.
Not directly, yeah.
Yes, but I've witnessed, yeah.
And as an actress, your portrayal was amazing just from the little we have seen. Where do you go mentally to be able to bring that out?
First, as an actress, I have to do research. I have to sit with people who have gone through domestic violence. I have to understand where they're coming from. I have to connect with them.
Yes.
And then also from where I am, as a person, I've experienced something. So I also have to draw from myself.
Yes.
So it's a combination of so many things for
bring
me
them up
to make it
closer.
believable when people come to my world and understand what I mean.
And so clearly that was seen. And now, what is the difficulty now in being on the outside and bringing it out into as the reality that we have seen in the trailer?
Yeah, the difficult aspect of making a film that is based on a realistic life encounter is that you have to try as much as possible to paint the picture, though in a fixated way, in a realistic manner.
Yes.
So that, again, you're not lying, for lack of a better word, but you're portraying the truth in a very creative angle to tell the story.
Yeah.
Because you noticed in the trailer it's written it's based on a true story, which it is, because when I first decided to tell this story, I wasn't so sure I wanted to tell it the way we told it, because I based the story on a true life experience of a friend I have had for quite some time, who went through the whole experience.
Wow.
And so I wanted to bring it in a way that I don't offend her emotionally.
That's something I was about to point out, because if you make it unrealistic or turn it into a sort of joke, if the actress and actors don't bring out the real situation, then it could be quite offensive to someone who has lived it. So I imagine this was quite
it is a
delicate.
Serious balancing act where you know where the reality ends and where the creativity starts, and then how do they play out and balance each other so that you're telling a creative story, but realistically so.
So the trailer delivered. I'm praying that when it premieres on the 28th, this is the movie itself also delivers, because I'm hooked now. I want to know what happened, what the issues in there. But then at the same time, I would like to know about what the experience of movie making is for you guys in Kenya right now, because we are not as where we would like to be internationally. We have the Bollywoods and the Nollywoods, and then we have our own, but it's a bit fledgling because of the problems that we face. So I'll start with you as an actor. What did you make of the process and in a larger view of the filming process in the country?
Well, for starters, I'd say as an actor, first, the industry, first of all, I'd say it's not yet there.
It's not.
Yeah, we aren't there because of first, as an actor, some of us really lack professionalism.
Oh, really?
Yes, because we find that we don't want to go extra mile. As you can see, our main actress here, she said, what did she say? She said that she goes extra mile to do research, get to meet these people who have experienced this, just to learn out of it. But how many of us do that as actors?
We imagine
or
maybe.
actresses?
Yeah.
You see, now imagination isn't enough. You can't imagine, because as an actor, I always say you have to lose yourself to find yourself.
Yeah.
So in the process of doing research, you'll find yourself losing yourself. And then at the end of the day, you find yourself. How? Because you get to get the character and the balance between Gibson and the character that I'm playing.
Right.
You get. So the industry is not yet there. As actors, they really don't want to go extra mile. And then there's this notion of the following, how many followers do I have, the social media, and also I will cast you based on that.
What about you? What's your take on where we are?
As an industry,
Yes.
I think we have a long way to go. As an actor,
Yeah.
and also speaking of other actors, I think we need acting schools. We need to equip our actors and give them the exposure as well. Have like enough workshops to take actors through, even the upcoming actors. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
To bring up actors, right? Take them to school, have workshops to give them exposure, because we don't have that. Like, you can just cast someone off the street and then expect them to deliver. It's not easy. So we need to take them through training, proper training, and expose them, and then give them a good platform.
Because that
to perform.
professionalism can't come from the talent shows
Absolutely.
you do. You can have the passion, but somebody needs to mold it into something professional.
Yes, and if you want a quality production, you have to have quality actors.
Acting, you could have one or the other, but it has to be a combination. Your take on the Kenyan industry in film and what we need to do to get to be competitive in the larger market?
I think to be competitive regionally and globally, we need to have a policy framework, which is lacking here, that will enable us develop and grow the industry, because industry is anchored on structures that bring stakeholders together and help us to harmoniously work in developing something that then will make the industry vibrant. And that is one thing that is lacking here, which is to be steered again by government agencies like the Kenya Film Commission, the Kenya Film Classification Board, which are mandated to do the regulatory frameworks, the development frameworks. And I feel like if we could have such in place, then we'll have an industry that is competitive with the rest of the world. So because we might have the talent, we might have the zeal and the passion, but then you can only do so much creatively. If the structures are not enabling, then you will not get to where you're headed.
All right. So what can a girl do to be a part of, even if I was just having tea, part of a film like this?
Sorry?
What can a girl do to be a part of such a film, even if I was just serving tea to them as they were fighting?
She has to have passion. You have to have passion to be
right?
in it,
You
And
must
the
love
drive.
film.
And the drive.
And
too.
the drive, to be a part of the film industry. And if I hadn't mentioned it, the movie name is Poker. You need to watch out for the launch, the premiere that's happening on the 28th.